Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. Thank you all so much for watching last week and for the new subscribers that I got. As you know, I was super nervous to post that first video, but all the feedback I've had has been really positive, so thank you so much. Since I had such positive feedback and people said they really enjoyed it, I thought I'd do something a little bit different for this video, and I'd do a little Q&A, get to know me, because I realised I went straight into last week's video, and if you don't follow me on Instagram, which is at Rachel_ever_after, then you might know a lot about me. So I thought I asked my Instagram followers to ask me some questions that I could include on this video, and I'm just going to answer them today. I said they could ask me Disney, non-Disney, so I've got quite a few. I've got them in this really cute Bambi notebook that I got from Disneyland Paris last year. So I've written them all down in there and we're just going to go through them. So here we go. My first question is, what subject do you teach? And the answer to that question is Spanish. Yes, I teach Spanish. Also a little bit of French. As of next year I'm starting to teach French as well to the lower years of secondary school. For those of you who may not have seen on my Instagram, I am a full-time teacher. That is how I make a living. I'm a secondary school teacher. Some might say that I am completely bonkers to do that, but for me it is the dream job, and I've been wanted to be a teacher for as long as I can remember. But yeah, I'm a Spanish teacher. And that kind of leads into the second question as well. Have you ever lived abroad? The answer to that question is yes, I have lived abroad. I have lived in both Spain and Italy. So at uni I studied Spanish and Italian, and as part of my course in third year I had to go on a year abroad, and I spent 6 months in Spain and 6 months in Italy, which I'm super lucky to be able to have done and to have that experience. And it was such an incredible year, and it actually makes me really sad that due to the current circumstances there may be language students at university who can't do that, and it makes me really sad because it was such an incredible year. The first place I went to was Spain. I lived in a city called Salamanca in Spain, in the northwest of Spain, and I was there for about 6 months working as an English teacher. And then at about February time I moved to a little town just outside of Venice in Italy, where I was also like an English language assistant, and both were just incredible. It was such a rewarding experience. I was in Italy for 6 months, then I went home, did another year at university, and then I decided, you know what, I know eventually I want to come back to the UK. I'd like to settle in the UK. I'd like to be a teacher in the UK, but I'm young, I've just graduated, so now is the time to go back to Spain if I really want to. So I did. I went back on my own to Salamanca. I was offered a job there from the same job that I was doing on my year abroad. So I went back, and yeah, I was there for another year or so. I had the most amazing friends there, and I missed them all so much. And I just had a really great year. And then I thought, you know what, I miss home so much, so I'm gonna come back. And I did come back, and I don't regret coming back because the time that I spent out there was just amazing, and I can always go back. I feel like Salamanca's my Spanish hometown. I've got friends all over Spain, but because I lived there for quite a while, I do love it, and I can't wait to get back there soon because it's just a beautiful city. So if anyone wants to go to on a little city break in Spain, not that easy to get to, but highly recommend Salamanca. So the next question was, do you have any pet peeves? One of my biggest pet peeves, actually, I was thinking about this before, is when people walk really slowly, either in front of you or really quickly behind you. And that might sound like ridiculous, but you know, when you're just walking at a normal pace and there's people literally just like dawdling along in front of you, and it's like they're taking up the whole pavement, you can't get past. Or at the same time, when you're walking at a normal pace and someone's walking really close behind you, and it's like, just take over me, just go round me, I feel like you're on top of me, just leave me alone. So that really annoys me. This is a really good one. Cadbury chocolate or Galaxy? And for me, it's actually quite an easy answer. Galaxy all the way. I absolutely love Galaxy chocolate. Galaxy, hands down. This question I think was also Sam. It was either Sam or someone are you allergic to anything? Thank you. Yes, I am. I'm allergic to quite a few things. So I'm allergic to cats and dogs and any animals with fur. My big allergy that I've got is to nuts. I have to carry EpiPens because I'm very severely allergic to nuts, so I have to read packaging to everything, which is a nightmare. Not even some of my closest friends know this, because about 3 days ago I was just sitting eating pineapple, we were watching TV, and I came out in a big rash on my hands and my arms, and I was really itchy. And what's the first thing you do when you feel ill or something's wrong? You phone your mum. So I FaceTime my mum, was like, "Mum, what is happening to me?" And she's like, "Take an antihistamine, you're probably just allergic to what you've been eating. Pineapple. Never been before, but all of a sudden I am allergic to pineapple. honestly. So I got asked my favourite movie and my favourite book. Now I'm going to answer favourite movie non-Disney, because we're doing all the non-Disney questions first. In terms of just like being easy to watch and really enjoyable and funny, it'd probably have to be Pitch Perfect. Like, I love Pitch Perfect. I love it. Ever since it's come out, and I've loved all of the films that they've done. But I just love it. It's just such a feel-good film. It's so easy to watch. And the songs are amazing. So probably Pitch Perfect, yeah. And my favourite Disney movie, I don't know if this changes all the time, but recently, because when I went to see it in the cinema, it was just incredible. And I think it's one of the best films I've ever seen, ever. Frozen 2. I mean, Frozen 1 was amazing. And then we went to see Frozen 2. And I was like, what is happening? Like, Frozen 2. It is so good. And if you haven't seen it yet, what are you doing with your life? Because you need to see that film. It's insane. It's so good. Favourite book. My favourite book is Fried Green Tomatoes at the Whistle Stop Cafe. I remember coming downstairs once, like a few years ago, and my mum was just watching a TV film, and it was Fried Green Tomatoes. It was on the TV, and I was like, what is this? And then I sat down, and then I became like engrossed in the film, and we literally wasted the whole day watching the film. And my mum was like, I'm sure I've got that book. I've read the book before. I've got the book. And I found it, and I read it, I think, within a day. So I would highly recommend Fried Green Tomatoes at the Whistle Stop Cafe. I'm actually reading a really good one at the minute called The Secret Life of Bees. That's really, really good. So yeah. Next question. We're kind of leading into the Disney ones now. But the next question is, what YouTubers do you watch? Now my top two, right, my go-to, Adam Hatton and Gary C. Their vlog series, when they were coming out weekly, they finished last week. It's so sad, but when they come out weekly, it was literally the highlight of my week, and it would be a Sunday, and I'd randomly go, oh, Sam, it's Adam and Gary tonight, and I get so excited. It really was the highlight of my week. And I think especially the latest series, because it's been coming out in lockdown, it's been something to really look forward to, and you know, a bit of Disney magic, and they were there just as it was all closing due to the coronavirus. But they just make me laugh so much. I started watching them probably like last year before I went on my Walt Disney World trip. I started watching Adam. But my favourite series of Adams are just the ones when him and Gary go to Disney together, because they're just amazing. I find Gary C incredibly funny, and they just seem like such genuinely nice people. So I love them. I also love watching Jade Billington, as a lot of people I know who follow me and I follow them. A lot of people love Jade Billington, and she makes really good vlogs when she's been on her Florida trips. I also love her home vlogs, so she's a really good one to watch. And recently I've been watching the lovely Shannon Lorraine after following her on Instagram, and her vlogs are just so nice to watch. It's just so nice to just put on and sit and watch, and they're so lovely, and she's so lovely. So yeah, I'd highly recommend Shannon as well. Are you watching anything at the moment? Yes. Money Heist on Netflix. If you haven't seen it, you need to go and watch it. It's actually a Spanish series called La Casa de Papel, but it's been dubbed into English, and oh my god, it's incredible. I've been speaking to a few people on Instagram who've also been watching it, and it is just the most amazing series. Every time you think you know what's going to happen, I promise you don't, because something else happens and it's like, how? Like, how is this happening? But basically it is about a bank heist in the Royal Mint of Spain, and a group of people go in and attempt to rob the Royal Mint of Spain, basically, and they have hostages in the Royal Mint, and it's all about their plan to get all this money, and it's just incredible. I can't say too much because I don't want to spoil it, because it's just amazing, but I would highly recommend. And then that leads on to my next question: favourite thing to watch on Disney Plus? Which is a really difficult one because all of the classics are obviously on there, and it's just so handy to have everything in one place. And it's like, oh, I want to watch Beauty and the Beast, I will watch Beauty and the Beast. Or someone's watched Star Wars, you can watch Star Wars. But my favourite thing to watch on Disney Plus, well, we loved Disney Imagineering, like loved it. It was so good. And then I thought I knew a lot about Disney and the Disney parks, but I learned so much more. It's so informative, so many things I didn't know, and every episode I was like, they were so ahead of their times when they were creating things, when the Imagineers were building things. I was just blown away. And then when it ended, I was so sad because we used to, every Friday, that was our thing we'd watch while we'd have lunch, because obviously I'm working from home, and I'd stop and have lunch and we'd watch Imagineering. It ended and I was actually gutted. We started watching a bit of pop culture, High School Musical, the musical, the series. I've actually really enjoyed that. And I've never really been into the Marvel films, but Sam really is. So we've been watching them in chronological order. So we've watched a few of them and we need to get back into that. But yeah, just a few things that I like to watch. I can't pick a favourite. Probably Imagineering Story, because it was so good. And I was genuinely gutted when I watched last episode. I was like, I need more. My next question is favourite Pixar film. Oh my god, that's so hard. That is a really difficult question. These questions are hard, guys. Why did you ask me such hard questions? It's probably one of the Toy Stories, but the problem is I can't actually pick which one. I mean, Toy Story 1 is just iconic. Like, the first Toy Story, it's just amazing, but I can't pick. Probably the first Toy Story, just for nostalgia. Just for it being a film that you can literally watch whenever you want. And you know, if you're sad, you can put it on, it'll cheer you up. If you're happy, it will continue to make you feel happy. You can watch it whatever mood you're in, I think, Toy Story. And it's a proper family film as well. And my dad doesn't necessarily like sitting down and watching princess films with me and my sister, but if we said Toy Story, he'd sit down in a heartbeat and watch it. So yeah, probably Toy Story. I'll go with Toy Story. Easy answer, but I'm going to read it anyway. High School Musical or Hannah Montana? High School Musical, hands down. For anyone who knows me knows that when I was a teenager, it's so embarrassing. It's so embarrassing. When I was a teenager, I was obsessed, and I mean, like, to another level, obsessed with High School Musical. My bedroom was plastered. I had like a cabin bed that had a desk underneath, and my posters went onto the ceiling. Like, looking back, my parents must have been a bit worried about me because the obsession was so real. It was so real. My sister loved Hannah Montana, and we shared a room. So my half of the room was High School Musical, her half of the room was Hannah Montana. But I was obsessed. Like, really bad. Really bad. And you know what? I still kind of am. Like, I would happily, I just put the movies on if I want to. I still know every single word inside out to both the films and the soundtrack. I just love it. It's iconic. I absolutely love High School Musical. So hands down. Some of these questions are so good. Thank you for sending them in because they're really good. If you were to be a Disney princess, who would you be? Oh my god. I think I want to be Moana because she's so cool. Like, she's so cool. Probably Moana, and like, she lives in like a really nice hot place. She does have a lot of pressure, I guess, but yeah, I'm gonna go with Moana. She's really cool. I like Moana. She's cool. Next one. What Disney character would you want to live with and why? So I was trying to think about this before, because you'd want to live with someone fun, but you wouldn't want to live with someone annoying. Do you know what I mean? Like, I love Olaf to pieces. I love character Olaf, but I can imagine if you lived with Olaf. Do you get where I'm going with this? It could be like a bit too much. You know what I mean? So I think I'd like to live with someone like Princess Anna, because Princess Anna's fun. She's a bit ditzy. She likes chocolate, you know. She's a happy person. She likes to play games, and she's had plenty of like time staying inside behind closed doors, so she'd be quite a good person to stay with during lockdown because she'd know what to do. So yeah, I'm gonna go with Princess Anna for that one. One Disney and one non-Disney holiday you want to go on. Okay, one Disney holiday, aside from Walt Disney World, because that's just like an obvious that I want to go back to Walt Disney World, because everyone wants to go back to Walt Disney World. And this is actually after watching Disney Imagineering. I would love to go to Disney Shanghai. Like, it looks unreal. Everything that's gone into making that park just looks incredible. I've sat and watched ride through videos of like the Pirates of the Caribbean, where they've made it really immersive. It looks so good. So I'd love to go and visit Shanghai Disney. I would love to visit them all, obviously, but after seeing the Imagineering story, yeah, Shanghai Disney. One non-Disney holiday. My dream holiday, I think, would be to go somewhere like the Maldives. I mean, it just looks so beautiful. Yeah, probably Maldives, somewhere like that. A nice beachy holiday, like once in a lifetime holiday. Yeah, I'll go for that. Let me just move back. One Disney memory you'll never forget. Oh, this is really difficult to choose just one. I think there's so many unforgettable memories when it comes to Disney, but probably one of the main ones was spending my sister's 21st birthday in Disneyland in Anaheim. It was just incredible. It was the first time we'd ever been to Disneyland, California, and it was her 21st birthday. And like, the way I go on about it, you'd think it was my birthday, but I get so excited for other people's birthdays, honestly. But it was just such a special day. She had her birthday pin on, a birthday button on, birthday badges, and literally everyone, cast members, non-cast members, would stop and say happy birthday to her, calling her princess all day. Oh, it was just an amazing day, like an incredible day. We went and had an amazing dinner at Blue Bayou. I'm going to talk about it later. We got a cake ordered for her, one of the big Disney cakes, and I'd phoned up and ordered it, and I'd looked at pictures online, so I had an idea of what it was going to look like. And then we'd finished our meal and I saw them like lighting candles, sort of like where the waiters are, I guess. And like, this cake looked huge, and I looked at my mum and I said, that cannot be Emily's cake, like, cannot be. And it came, and it was the best thing ever. It was incredible. I might pop a picture in now so you can see it, because it was amazing. We were all taken aback by just how amazing it was, and everyone around us, you could see all the tables around us like, look at that girl's birthday cake. Oh, it was so special. And then we did the Fantasmic dining package, so we actually had our meal and then we had preferred viewing for Fantasmic, and it was a perfect end to a perfect day for us. So yeah, that's probably one Disney memory that I'll never ever forget. Still more questions. This is from my friend Anna, who actually got me all the magic mail last week. If you haven't already checked that video out, please make sure you go and check it out. So we went on a friends trip to Disneyland Paris last year in 2019. It was one of those trips where you just laugh non-stop, and she's asked my favourite memory, and that is so hard to choose, like so hard to choose everything. Like, I think the one thing that we'll both never forget though, I think it was our second full day there. We went for about 4 days. It was our second full day, and we had sorry, I won't be able to do this without laughing. and we went to the parks in the morning. We got there quite early and we were like, we're going to do all the big rides. And we did all the big rides. We did Rock and Roller Coaster, we did Tower of Terror, then we went across to Disneyland Park and we did Space Mountain, and we did all like the big rides quite early on. And at this point, I think it was after doing all the rides really quickly, I started to get a really bad headache, like really bad. But we had dinner booked at Cinderella's royal table with, it was like a diner with the princesses. We had this dinner and Anna was like, you okay? And I was like, yeah, I'll be fine, we've paid for our meal with the princesses, come on, let's go. So we went, had a really nice meal. The princesses were really fun to interact with. I got really upset actually because I couldn't have the dessert I wanted because of my nut allergy, and I got fruit salad instead. So that's kind of a side memory to this main memory. But my head, it was definitely a migraine at this point. I felt like my whole forehead was just pulsing. I felt so ill, but I thought, no, we spent money, you know, they want it to be a really nice experience. And we finished, and there's some horrendous pictures of me just looking awful because I felt so ill. And I didn't have any paracetamol in my bag, and in the park, none of the shops, the gift shops or anything, are licensed to sell paracetamol. You have to go, in France, you have to go to the pharmacy to buy paracetamol. And I thought, oh my god, I can't not, you know, I need to take some paracetamol. I don't know how we're gonna get any, but I need to. So anyway, we looked on the map, and I thought, I'm gonna have to go to the medical centre. I'm gonna have to go to the medical centre. I've never been to a medical centre in Disney. All the times I've been to Disney, I've never been to the medical centre, and it was an experience. So we walked in, and it was like, you'd think you were just in one of the little side arcades to Disneyland Paris. Look, nothing like any GP surgery I've ever been to. It was so grand, and I had to ring a bell to get medical attention, and we just found it the funniest thing ever. There's a picture of me and a video of me ringing this little ding-a-ling-a-bell, and it was just so funny. But I got my paracetamol and I was fine, and we enjoyed the rest of the day. But honestly, no one else will find that story funny, but to us it was the funniest thing at the time, me standing there ringing a bell in this really grand little doctor's room. Moving on. So the next question is my favourite park. I think it has to be Magic Kingdom in Walt Disney World, just because it is so magical. Seeing the castle for the first time on a trip is just unbelievable, and the parades, happily ever after, Magic Kingdom. And kind of leading on from that, there's my favourite ride, my favourite restaurant, and my favourite snack. Okay, so my favourite ride, Disney ride, is probably Expedition Everest. I love Expedition Everest. That being said, I've heard really good things about Rise of the Resistance, new Star Wars ride. Galaxy's Edge opened the day after me and my sister left last year, so we literally just missed it. So that could be my new favourite ride, who knows, but Expedition Everest. My favourite restaurant is the Blue Bayou in Disneyland in California. The food was incredible, and it's a restaurant that sits inside of the Pirates of the Caribbean rides. You see the boats go past. It's amazing. So good. Actually, does it? And Disneyland Paris, it does. I think it does. The food was just incredible, and like that's where we had my sister's birthday meal. So yeah, Blue Bayou. And my favourite snack has to be a Mickey ice cream sandwich. Have to get one every time I go. Maybe 1 or 2 a day. I love a Mickey ice cream sandwich, like love it. So yeah, they're my favourite things about the park. One thing you love about a park and one thing you'd like to change. Okay, so one thing I love, I'm gonna stick with Magic Kingdom. One thing I love about Magic Kingdom is just the magic. That sounds so like generic, but it's so magical. It literally is what it says. It's a Magic Kingdom, and it just, the theming just takes you to a different world, and that is what I absolutely love about not just the park, actually Disney in general, the theming of it all, the little things that they do that you mightn't think that won't make a difference, but it makes all the difference. Like theming in a queue for a ride, just everything. That being said, one thing I would like to change is I would like to see more Tangled, because those Tangled toilets are so good, and like the theming is just so good. Like, why would we not want more when we see that? You see the little tower, you've got the toilets with the lanterns. Give us more, we want more. It's too good not to want more. So I want more of like a Tangled themed area in Magic Kingdom, maybe more than just toilets. Tangled deserves more than just toilets, I think. And I don't think I'm alone in saying that. I've seen it all over Instagram, how we need more than just toilets for Tangled. Least favourite thing about the parks? Probably the queues. Like, no one likes to queue for too long, and the problem with being a teacher is that obviously I have to go during school time, so it can be quite busy, and the queues can be quite long. But that being said, like I said before about the theming, Disney know how to theme a ride queue, and you're not usually that bored, unless it's like a 2-hour wait. And FastPass is amazing. We use FastPass all the time. We stayed on property, so we got to book our fast passes really far in advance, which was great and worked really well for us. So yeah, probably my least favourite thing is the queues, but I know not much can be done about that. But yeah. My favourite ears. Now this is a really tough question. I've got them both here. So my favourite ears were always my rose gold sequined ears that I got on my Disneyland California trip. These are always my favourite until my magic mail from Anna arrived last week, and she gave me the Arendelle blue ears. So now it's really hard to pick. So it was between those two. But as you can tell, I love sequined ears. So between those. This is actually a really good one as well. If you could only visit one park and eat at one restaurant, what would it be? And they can be in different parks. Okay, so if I could only visit one park, it would have to be Magic Kingdom, just because it is Disney. Like, it gives you everything about Disney in one park. Yeah, it has to be Magic Kingdom. And one restaurant, I keep going on about it, but Blue Bayou. Either Blue Bayou or Captain Jack's in Disneyland Paris. But Blue Bayou is so good. The food was amazing. The atmosphere was amazing. Oh, yeah, Blue Bayou. And the last question I have, the last one. Do you want to work for Disney one day? No, I don't think I do. It's weird because for years I did. And I was desperate to do the college programme. And every summer I was like, I'm going to apply, I'm going to apply, I'm going to apply. And then something else would always come up. Every summer something would come up and I'd be in Spain, or I'd be, you know, doing something else, going on holiday. So I just never got around to doing it. But now I think the time for that has passed, and I love my job as a teacher. And I don't think it would be right to do it. Like, for me, it doesn't feel right to do it now. And obviously I'm going to the college programme anyway because I'm not in university or college. So you never know. And that's the question, to be fair, isn't do you want to work in a Disney park, it's do you want to work for Disney. At the minute, no, but never say never. Like, you know, I'm really happy, I love my job, it's stressful but I love it. So no. And that was the last question. Thank you so much to everyone who asked me a question on my Instagram stories. I really appreciate it. And I've said it before, like, I appreciate everyone's support so much. I was super nervous to upload my first video, but I did it, and I'm back again making another one. So thank you. If you liked it, please make sure you hit the thumbs up button and please subscribe. to see future videos. I've got a few ideas as to what I'm going to do next, but if you've got any suggestions or any kind of video you would like to see, please just comment down below, let me know, and please make sure you follow me on Instagram at Rachel_Ever_after, and don't forget to like and subscribe if you liked this video. Thank you everyone for watching. Stay safe, keep well.